Steven Hamburg, Chief Scientist, Environmental Defense Fund. Well, we're working on trying to make sure that we understand the implications of using hydrogen as a decarbonization tool. It has a lot of potential, but it also has a lot of downside risks, and we need to get a balance and understand that. And historically, the hydrogen industry, the hydrogen efforts have not included a full examination of all of those issues to ensure that, in fact, we meet its potential and don't end up falling far short.
You share some of the main takeaways that you just shared with the audience.
Sure. So we have to think about the fact that hydrogen, how it's produced really matters. So if we're producing blue hydrogen, we have to worry about upstream methane emissions because methane is a potent greenhouse gas, and much of the methane, much of the natural gas, which is methane that's produced, is currently associated with a fairly significant amount of methane loss before you ever get to use it. If we're going to use green hydrogen, we have to think about where those electrons come from. We don't have an excess of electrons. So are we borrowing electrons from some other effort? And in turn, what's the net effect of that? And then lastly, we have to worry about the hydrogen losses from the supply chain because hydrogen's a potent indirect greenhouse gas. And if we're not managing it well, and hydrogen is it's the smallest molecule and very slippery as we refer to it, so it's easily lost. If we lose a lot of hydrogen, we're undercutting the value of shifting to hydrogen and meeting the decarbonization goals that we all have. Well, we're currently starting an effort working with industry to make measurements across the existing hydrogen value chain so we really can understand the scale of the hydrogen emissions problem and then look for solutions. We have to get it right. But we can't do that until we understand what the nature of the problem is. And currently nobody understands how much hydrogen is being emitted. Well, the fact that we're going to go out in the field with the first instruments ever available to make those measurements in existing infrastructure in collaboration with a series of different industry partners. We'll find out what the current situation is, which will give a lot of information to industry, to regulators, to be able to do it better. That's exciting. That's what needs to happen. We're starting to literally do that at the beginning of the next year in 2024.